Seriously? Is this ever going to end? The Los Angeles Lakers and their never-ending quest for a competent, impactful center. It's like a bad sitcom that gets renewed every year. Just when you think they might be able to address this glaring need, the reports come out and it's the same old story. Either the player they want is a clear priority for his current team, making him incredibly difficult to acquire, or the trade proposal that lands him a dream target is so ridiculously complicated and involves so many moving parts that it feels like it belongs in a video game, not reality. Are the Lakers destined to forever chase shadows in the paint? Let's try to unpack this center situation, because frankly, it's starting to feel a little absurd. The need is undeniable. The Los Angeles Lakers, if they have any serious aspirations of competing for an NBA championship in the near future, must upgrade the center position. They need size, they need toughness, they need rebounding, and they need a defensive anchor. It's been a weakness for too long. And as the offseason ramps up, two names are dominating conversation, representing the frustrating dichotomy of the Lakers situation. Steven Adams, a seemingly realistic target who might be staying put, and Jarrett Allen, a dream target wrapped up in a trade scenario that is borderline fantasy. Let's start with a player who feels slightly more attainable, though the latest reports throw a significant wrench into those hopes. According to Kelly Eco of The Athletic, the Houston Rockets big man Steven Adams has emerged as a potential target for the Lakers this offseason. Now, Adams isn't the kind of player who's going to light up the scoreboard, but he brings a specific, much-needed skill set that the Lakers desperately lack. We saw flashes of Adams' impact during the Rockets' brief playoff appearance this past season. Even in a bench role, he was highly effective, providing toughness and production on both ends of the floor. Across 7 playoff games, he averaged 5.7 points, a solid 6.6 rebounds. And pay attention to this number, Lakers fans. 3.3 of those rebounds were on the offensive glass. The Lakers have been consistently poor offensive rebounding team, and Adams is elite in that area. He also added 1.1 blocks per game, showing his ability to protect the rim. Adams showed his value in a critical moment during the Rockets' first-round series against the Golden State Warriors. In a must-win Game 6 on the road, Adams delivered arguably his best performance of the season, totaling 17 points, grabbing 5 rebounds and blocking 3 shots. That kind of impactful play in a high-pressure situation is exactly what the Lakers need from their center position. He brings a physical presence and a competitive edge that can change the dynamic of a game. Adams seems to have had a career revival this season after missing the entire 2023-24 campaign with a right knee injury. His return to form and his critical role in Ime Udoka's rotation, particularly late in the season, have clearly made a strong impression on the Houston organization. And here's where the Lakers' pursuit hits a major snag. According to Eco's report, the Houston Rockets are making retaining Steven Adams a clear priority this offseason. Eco's reporting indicates that as the Rockets navigate their offseason, addressing their potential free agents is a key task. While veterans like Jeff Green and Jay Tate are also set to be unrestricted free agents on June 30th, team sources told The Athletic that of the trio, Adams is seen as a clear priority. His successful recovery and his importance to the team's identity are the reasons why hammering out his future is arguably Houston's top priority. Because of his valuable two-way production, especially his elite offensive rebounding, there's a real possibility that other playoff teams could try to lure Adams away in free agency. Eco mentioned teams like San Antonio, New York, Indiana, and both Los Angeles teams as potential fits. Adams, who earned $12.6 million last season, would be a natural fit for the Lakers, providing the size, toughness, and rebounding they desperately need, and potentially stepping into a starting role, which could be more prominent than his bench role in Houston. He also brings invaluable playoff experience, having made multiple deep runs in his career. However, the Rockets are operating under the assumption that Adams wants to return and are actively engaged in discussions with his representation about a possible extension. This means the Lakers' best chance to acquire Adams is likely in free agency, where they would have to compete with the Rockets and potentially other teams, or via a complicated sign-and-trade scenario. Given Houston's stated priority, it seems increasingly likely that Adams will either re-sign with the Rockets or command a price tag that might be difficult for the Lakers to match given their cap situation. So, A player who feels like a perfect, realistic fit is suddenly looking much harder to acquire. Now, let's pivot from the frustrating reality of a difficult-to-acquire target to a scenario that is so outlandish, so complex, and so dependent on multiple dominoes falling perfectly that it feels less like a trade proposal and more like a fever dream. We're talking about a recent ESPN hypothetical trade that would land the Lakers their dream center, Jarrett Allen of the Cleveland Cavaliers. This proposal originated from an ESPN article exploring hypothetical trades that might convince the Dallas Mavericks to part with the number 1 overall pick in the upcoming draft. Already a long shot. The article explored a few possibilities, but the one that sent ripples through Lakers fan circles was a massive 4-team trade centered around Donovan Mitchell and the number 1 pick. In this intricate scenario, the Dallas Mavericks will receive Donovan Mitchell, along with the Lakers' first-round pick swaps in 2028 and 2030, and the Lakers' 2031 first-round pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers will receive the 2025 number 1 pick, Javon Carter, Daniel Gafford, P.J. Washington, Maxi Kleber, and Gabe Vincent. The Chicago Bulls will receive Dalton Knecht, Caleb Martin, and several second-round picks from the Cavaliers, 2026, 2027 via Nuggets, 2028. And the Los Angeles Lakers would receive Jarrett Allen from the Cavaliers. So, for the Lakers, the price tag for Jarrett Allen in this hypothetical deal is Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, Gabe Vincent, and 3 future first-round pick swaps sent to the Mavericks. That's a significant cost, involving players who are expected to provide crucial bench depth next season, plus giving up control of potentially valuable future draft picks. The reason this trade is even discussed as a dream scenario for the Lakers is the caliber of player Jarrett Allen is. He's a legitimate all-star, 2021 to 22, a true two-way talent, and has been a defensive anchor for a successful Cavaliers team. Since 2019, he consistently averaged a double-double, putting up 14.0 points, 10.0 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1.2 blocks, and 0.7 steals per game. In Los Angeles, Allen would immediately solve the team's defensive issues in the paint. His 7 feet 6 inches wingspan and athleticism make him a phenomenal rim protector and a constant deterrent for opposing drivers. He's also an excellent team defender. On offense, he's one of the best rim runners in the league, ranking 4th in points scored as a pick-and-roll dive man. He's a perfect lob threat for dynamic guards. Getting a player like Allen, who is still in his prime at 27, would instantly elevate the Lakers' ceiling. But let's be realistic. The hurdles to this trade are astronomical. You have to convince the Cleveland Cavaliers to trade Donovan Mitchell, their undisputed superstar, who they just built around and who led them to 48 wins. You also have to convince the Dallas Mavericks to trade the number 1 overall pick in a draft with potential franchise-altering talent, like Cooper Flagg, for a player in Donovan Mitchell, who will be turning 29 soon. Both of those teams would have to make incredibly difficult, potentially unpopular decisions that reshape their franchises. While the idea of Jarrett Allen in purple and gold is incredibly appealing and addresses their biggest need with an elite player, the sheer complexity and the unlikelihood of both Cleveland and Dallas agreeing to such significant moves make this feel like a distant fantasy rather than a concrete off-season possibility. It's the kind of trade you plug into the trade machine for fun, not one you realistically expect to happen. So, Lakers fans, that's the frustrating reality of the center situation right now. A seemingly good fit in Steven Adams is looking harder to get because his current team wants to keep him, while the dream target in Jarrett Allen is tied to a trade proposal that feels like it belongs in a different dimension. It's enough to make you pull your hair out. What do you think is the most realistic path for the Lakers to finally get the center they need? Should they push hard for Adams despite the Rockets' stance? Is there another target out there that makes more sense? Or are we stuck hoping for a miracle trade like the ESPN one? Let me know your thoughts, your frustrations, and your solutions in the comments section below. I read every single comment, and I want to hear your take on this never-ending saga. And hey, if you appreciate us wading through the complexity and bringing you these reports, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button right now. Seriously, hitting that like button is the best way to support the channel and ensures we keep bringing you this in-depth Lakers analysis. Drop a comment, hit the like button, and let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll be back soon with more updates on your Los Angeles Lakers and all the latest from around the NBA.